Hi everyone, welcome back to this week weekly market update. So as usual, let's see what happens over the last Friday and then what's coming up for this coming week and things to watch out for. And of course, remember to follow my Instagrams, my Telegrams, my Facebook, and also join my subscribe to my YouTube channel if let's say you have not do so. So beside that, for this week, right, um I'll be going through like things to watch out for. So for this last Friday, we can see that most of the major average or the indices actually finish week higher. Basically, it's like you can see that for Dow Jones gain around 242 points, and S&P and both Nasdaq has rose around 0.8 to 1.2%. So this is like all-time high for these three major stock indices as well. So what actually causes it is because we can see that the Fed chairman, all right, Powell actually prepared the market for the central bank to pull back to start tapering on the bond purchase, right? So basically he came in and he confirmed with the market to say that to ensure with the market to say that um, the asset purchase will not be intended to carry a direct signal regarding to the timing of the interest rate lift off. That means to say that even though they taper into the bond purchase, right, doesn't mean they will go into increasing the interest rate immediately. All right, he said that to increase the interest rate, right, it need more clearer uh, market data, economy data to prove to show us better sign for the Fed to go into hike on the interest rate itself. All right, you can see interest rate hike are far away, and investors are happy about with that. So that is what causes the market to spike up on last Friday itself. So we can see that a key job report in this week ahead could drive the next big market move. Actually, what is trying to say that because every month, every start of the first week of the month, right, there is actually big market economy data announcing, such as you can see from this page, right, you can see big economy data news like uh, ADP non-farm payroll, also initial jobless claim, and also non-farm payroll, the unemployment rate. So this is all the big data will be coming up for this coming week. So these are the things that you should watch out for, especially when we are coming nearer to the end of the year, and then right now we are heading into the September itself. So August is pretty a good month. All market is going higher. If let's say you are in the direct market itself, correct market itself. So this is what Powell emphasized: the need for more strong job data before the central bank will start to unwind its bond purchase and putting next focus on the employment reports. So I think most likely tapering into the bond is just a matter of time, whether it's end of the year or the start of next year, 2022. So right now, however, the good thing is that they will not taper into it. But one big thing is that will this thing cause them to take step into the interest rate hike soon? Is due to this. We can see that last Friday, inflation rate actually hit 30 years high. All right, showing that the US confront major shortage. So basically, inflation is actually bad for investor, bad for user, consumer, everything because a dollar for you today cannot really buy what happens yesterday, right? So we can see that US rose again in July, all right, drove the interest increase over the past 30 years on the rate of inflation. So basically, this is the chart you can see from here. So US inflation pressure, right, for the 12-month rate inflation. All right, so there's actually four data here: CPI, Consumer Price Index, core CPI, PCE, and PCE, core PCE. All right, so basically, in a layman terms, in a summarize of all these four image, right, you can see that on a 10 years average, the rate is around 1. It's still less than 2, less than 2, less than 2, and less than 2. But right now, based on 12-month rate inflation, right, we can see that the risk is right now at 4, 5, or even the core PCE, all right, the personal consumption of expenditure index minus the food and energy. That means other expenses besides food and energy, because food and energy is so-called a defensive counter, right? Definitely you need food and energy. But what about the expenditure on those goods that you are want is still almost coming to fall. That means if let's say this is very high and the inflation is going higher, right? I think lesser people were willing to spend and they will save more money into their bank, and then there is no money flow into the market. This will cause the market to slow down, right? So right now we are actually quite at the high side of the risk itself. So this might actually cause a panic for the Fed to step into hiking on the interest rate. So we will actually monitor this carefully as well. So every month when there's earnings, there's reports saying that CPI, core CPI, all this, you might want to take a look whether it's forming another high of the previous month. All right, so how does inflation impact the stock returns? So basically just a quick one. This is under the Investopedia. I mean, if you know, then you can just skip. If you don't know, you can just listen a bit. Basically, right, raising the inflation, all right, is cause significant effect. It put the price of the higher, consumer can purchase fewer goods, revenue and profit decline. All right, so during this time, right, value stock perform better in a high inflation period, and growth stock performs better during a low inflation. All right, so this is also depending on the company itself, whether they are debt as well. If let's say they are holding a high debt, inflation might also kill them itself. And not only that, if let's say you are more orientated on high dividends use payment, right, it will also kill your dividend, because assuming that your net portfolio dividends return is like 5 to 6%, and if let's say inflation go to 2 to 3%, basically your net earnings is only 2 to 3% as well. So higher inflation might kill dividend kill investor as well. So just take note on here. All right, so for without further ado, let's go into the chart directly. So what happened to the chart itself? Let's take a look. All right, for the chart, we can see that S&P, this is S&P 500. All right, for S&P 500, I stated 25th July. Break all-time high if cannot able to stay above 4,400, which is stay right since then. 25th July, let's take a look. When is it? 25th July is somewhere around here. All right, I say stay above 4,400 by next week, next resistance. So he has been touching many times on 4,400, and then it spiked higher. So I say 4,005 is my first aim, followed 4,006, and it's trade based on the channel. Can you see there's a channel here? All right, draw nicely. So right now it's going to the midpoint of the channel, but I'm a bit conservative. I just aim 4,006 first. All right, because we are stepping into the month of September. All right, so why September is kind of crucial of October, because market need to have some maybe a bit of corrections first before they actually can play on this end of year trade. Usually end of year trade is more less volatile, because lesser player will be in the market. They will be going for holiday, right? So yeah. So right now, I'm still more conservative. I stick to my rule. 4,005 have reached. So my next target is 4,006. We will see where it goes coming weeks. All right, that's the next item we are looking in. Is just to recap a couple of the counter. All right, and then of course we'll introduce one of the sector which is quite uh throughout most of the stocks under this sector actually performing quite. I mean, I think it's coming up. But this one I will only share to my private Telegram group. All right, so if let's say you are in my private Telegram group, then you can look at the chart. I will share over there. All right, so for today, let's look into Coinbase. All right, I'll be emphasized on Coinbase. So for Coinbase, you can see from the chart, draw nicely. Right now, it play directly with the channel itself. All right, I never touched the chart. This drawing has been done on 22nd of August, which is last week. All right, remain bullish, trading within the uptrend channel. 15 August, say bullish, bullish. All right, so 15 August is somewhere around here. All right, it bounced back, go up. All right, bounce back. Right now, it's still trading within the channel. I like this candle. To be frank, I like this candle. All right, it's an carving of the previous week. I mean, previous day, and right now it's trading respective of the channel itself. So basically I just shift the arrow, go up. That's all. All right, so I still believe on Coinbase, and especially on the fundamental side, and especially on the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. We are actually heading to 50,000. Is hovering within there. So if let's say 48,000 hovering 46, is still able to support. I think to break above 50,000 and trade above 50,000 is just a matter of times. All right, next, very promising counter, Valentines. All right, very promising this counter. So I think there's good earnings report for this counter as well. 50 August also mentions uptrend 28.31. So I'm still holding on it. If let's say you have joined us on 15 August, I mean when it actually came down somewhere, pull back, you can actually long. Right now it's actually sitting on 25.71. So we are looking for it to have more upside to the 28 itself. Of course, if let's say just like I mentioned, we are heading into September, if let's say most of the indices is going to come down, right, it definitely will affect those kind of stocks which I recommend, right? But ultimately, if let's say it be affected, but however the support is still be supported, right, this is whereby it's a time for you to go in at a low, good support area, all right, good low support entry price. So for Palantirs, I think it's good. We are still heading to 28 next target. All right, so that's all for Palantir. Next is actually Tesla. For Tesla, okay, so 22nd of August, I go through once, break 2720 turn bullish, first resistance 780. All right, so it's still hovering, it's still respecting on trading on this ascending triangle. We will see where it goes. All right, so breaking 720 is very crucial. All right, continue to monitor this counter if you are keen on it. Next, we will be looking at all right, XLB. All right, XLB is actually one of the ETF. Why I use this is because it's telling you on the material sector ETF. All right, so this 18 July break 100, eyeing for 278%, but it never go to this FIBO. So let me reset the chart. All right, it never go there, so it's kind of like bullish continue. All right, it's just been bullish, so the bullish continue. Especially the infrastructure plans, I think has go through. Um, I think as the I think I can't remember it's the Democracy side or the Republican side. You can actually take a look in the news itself, but it's the 3.5 trillions on the infrastructure is quite significant. So due to that, you look into specific counter which I mentioned previously. I think it's USLM. All right, so you can see. All right, 15 August, 8 of August break, go up, pull back. All right, it right now touches very close to this point. All right, this is the crucial point. If you never break below, all right, this will be the support area right now. It's for you to go up. All right, so this is how we look at the chart itself. So if let's say you have not grabbed into it, I think it's still a chance before it break 155 and then it continue to zoom higher. All right, so this is my view on USLM continue to be bullish. All right, continue to be bullish. First target 155. All right, next will be on LAC. This is all I recommend previously. Lithiums again break. All right, hit first target hit, return back. Why return back is so crucial? Because when it cover back, right, all right, when it pull back, right, it's actually pull back to the 50% Fibonacci support area. All right, so it touches the support area and continue to spike higher. All right, right now it's actually hovering, it's waiting for the moving average to catch up, so it might eventually go higher. So where's my next target? I mean, to a bit people who are ambitious, right, you also can target the next Fibonacci level over here. All right, so this is where I'm aiming for the higher profit will be around 23, 22. All right, so we may see 23 as the next resistance. This is why I return on 15 August, so no changes. All right, so there's no changes here. Okay, so we can actually write here. Today is 29 August 2020, 2021 TP. We still write at 23. All right, no changes. Okay, then we'll review and recap it for the coming weeks next week again. All right, so next is actually MP Material Corp, mentioned long ago. All right, so will this go back to to the trend itself? All right, previously I say it will go down because of the shortage. I think it turns sour. All right, because of the interest rate hike. But right now, all the news is saying that the interest rate hike will be postponed, by Fed, by Powell. So this is it's never go lower, and since it never go lower, the bearish mode has actually negated. So right now we are actually trading on the upside trend. All right, on the upside trend. So we can just slightly tune a bit. This is how we play around with it. All right, so will it be respecting on the channel itself? Right now it's at the support. So if let's say it break below this 38.2 Fibonacci level, right? If let's say it break below this level, All right, then we will turn bearish. Okay, so right now, ultimately, we trade with the trend, respect the trend. So we will just continue from here. Okay, so this is what we are looking at right now. All right, so this is for MP Corps, and then the next counter which I'm going to share with you guys is actually one of the new counter, which I never talked about it. So today I just bring on to this weekly market update is Airbnb. So right now for Airbnb, right, I think there's a couple of good news coming up, and there's a base for Airbnb, and it's doing good on the earnings report as well. So this is the base we are looking at, 130. All right, I think there's good earnings. All right, 69% surprise, and it's actually break above. All right, break above the downward trend. Sorry, I think this is not nice. Okay, it break above the upward trends. We can see that. All right, so right now you break up and then you pull back. So why the pullback is also significant is because let's take a look. All right, this used to be a resistance somewhere around here. Okay, so you can see. So how it works is that the market actually will be hovering, right, because of pandemic hovering, and then it break up. Right now you pull back somewhere around this area, or this area is good where you go re-enter. All right, so ultimately with the earnings, fundamental, technical, I think Airbnb will be more at a there is more prospective for it to go even higher. All right, we shall look at 169 or 170, the next target. So basically, we just draw here. So 29 August 2021 TP will be looking at 169-170. All right, it's just $1 shy away, so doesn't matter which TP you want. So okay, for stop loss itself, you guys go determine. All right, so this is my view on S&P, I mean for Airbnb. So let me draw some arrow here. Okay, so this is where I'm going to look into Airbnb. All right, that's all for this week weekly market update. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So for people who have not joined my Telegram, remember to join. For people who like to go into my private Telegram to see what is the specific counter which I mentioned, it's like there is some uh, volumes, some spiking over that counter itself, over the sector. You can subscribe to my free trial on the private Telegram, then you can join in and take a look as well, right? All right, so that's all for this week. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. Bye bye.